So in this video, I'm going to take you through the bend pattern. We need the bend pattern in lots of different exercises, from Romanian deadlifts to bent over row movements, even to dynamic movements like kettlebell swings. So it's really important that we're able to get this bend hip hinge movement pattern absolutely nailed, so we can confidently move on to more complicated exercises that it will be included in. So it's a hip hinge movement, so we think about keeping our feet hip distance apart, and we can start by placing our hands on our hips. So already the name has given us lots of cues as to what we're wanting to do to set ourselves up here. We don't want to lock the legs out, so soften the knees a little bit. It might be something to come in and really meanly kick your knees from behind, and you're feeling quite soft in the knees. So place the hands on the hips, soften the knees, and our objective here is to keep length in the spine as we push our hips back. At this point, my hips can't get any further away, so that's where I end the movement, and then I come back up to standing. So I'm pushing my hips backwards, keeping that softness in the knees to enable more movement, and then coming to standing. So you should feel a nice stretch on the back of the hamstrings in this movement. You see maybe a lot of people who push their hips back and then they can't go any further, and then they'll round forward to try and get their chest closer to the ground. That's not our objective in this movement. It should be hip driven. So I'm keeping length in the spine, and I'm only letting my chest come towards the ground as far as is dictated by the movement of the hips. If you find that you are kind of starting to roll through the shoulders or round through the back here as you come in and out of movement, then it might help to take the hands behind you, place them on your lower back, and squeeze your elbows together. So doing this retracts my shoulders. So I'm going to perform the hip hinge movement with my hands in this position. And as I push my hips back, I'm going to focus on keeping my elbows squeezed towards each other. So as I do this movement, it's almost impossible for me to actually round through my back because I'm keeping the shoulders retracted and lengthen the spine. So it can sometimes take a couple of sessions, even a couple of weeks, to get this movement really nailed. But it's like anything, it's practice makes perfect. Keep drilling it through. Finally, there is one more way that we can add a little bit of a coaching cue into this. So here I can use something as a prop to help me really drill the movement pattern. You can use a broomstick handle at home, or in the gym a lot of the time they have gym sticks. Or if you're in a CrossFit box, CrossFit gym, they tend to have a lot of this PVC pipe lying around as well. So I'm still up nice and straight. I've got 3 points of contact with the pipe here, the top of my head, the top of my shoulders, and the base of my spine. If I squat down, it comes away from the top of my shoulders. If I lock my legs out and bend straight forward, it comes away from the base of my spine. However, if I am doing a perfect hip hinge movement, or a very good hip hinge movement, nothing is perfect, then I maintain contact with all 3 points. So example here, again, feet hip distance apart, softening through the knees, lengthening through the spine as I push my hips back. You'll notice that the pipe remains in contact with all 3 points here. So this can be a really helpful way of drilling the movement. Again, soft knees, hips go back, lengthen through the spine. And once we have this pattern nailed down, we can take it into lots of other movements. So with a barbell here, we can load that movement with weight into a good morning. We can use the Romanian deadlift, again using the barbell to add weight into this hip hinge movement. There are loads of different things we can do. Barbell bent over row, dumbbell bent over row, lots of things we can do once we have that bend pattern perfected. But it's really, really important that we are super confident that the movement is right. Even if you've got it right, on your first set, if you're going into the gym and you're doing dumbbell Romanian deadlifts for your first exercise,